Okay. Howdy. Again, I did the wrong link. Dude, I don't know where my brain is right now. Holy. Okay. I know, man. No, 2 times, 3 times? Really? Dude, I don't know. Sorry, man. My brain is like. Oh. I'm like on a 6-hour sleep or something, I believe. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Dude, I don't know what's happening. My brain is just like. With just work, I'm so tired. Especially Wednesdays are the heaviest days for me. Yeah, it is called burnout. Yeah. Now this weekend I'm going to just relax. I already have planned that this weekend I'm just going to relax, nothing crazy I'm going to do. Nothing super ambitious. I have to like the only thing biggest reason for my burnout was basically from the company I work for, right? The client said, "Oh, before 31st, do these certifications, complete those. Some are mandatory, some are not." So that my last weekend went in that. Just some AI certifications. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? Um, can't do much about it, right? It is what it is. Be a pirate. Yeah, that is one option. One sec. Why I'm having this issue? Just let them play in background, man. I know? I wish I could. I wish I could. I would love to. It's okay. Right now, let's focus on our PortSwigger, right? I guess we got. I think your job is secure. My job is pretty good, right? Yo, status, what's up, bro? I'm doing good, man. How are you? My streaming right now, I will tell you this. Streaming, I have bills which I really need to get paid. So, right now it's not. But my hope is that let's say if I start doing the. Nice, bro. I'm happy to hear that. But yeah, like my hope is with with let's say in a year or so. Yeah, it's secure. It doesn't mean it pays. Yep. But the whole idea is right that can I just make it? Yeah. Yeah, in a year or so, I will become man of words. Yeah, like that way, yes. Streaming is like good in that way for sure with the AI things. That's what you two do. You and Anshul is called cyberbullying, as far as I know. Dude, I really need to find this link. Holy, this world is crazy. Rupankar, what's up, bro? Long time no see. How you doing? What you are doing is mental bullying. Okay. Dang it. That's actually, yeah, Shinchan is wrench. Shinchan is wrench. I don't have any private pics, buddy. I don't have any private pics. It's mental Ben stocks. Okay. Nice. You have benched. Okay, lads. But that's, I think, over. Our 5 minutes warm up is over. Let's get started with our journey of getting learning SSRF with PortSwigger Labs. Oh, nice. 4 sem. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did. I did trim the beard. I have long beards. I can't have super long beards, man. It's like, it's very itchy. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words. That's just do nothing. How? How though? How, Chinchan? How, wrench? Okay, well, let's get started, lads. Let's get started with SSRF at this point, right? We completed the common one in which if we change the URL to just delete, let's go. Okay, so in this one we were able to get the admin access, admin page and all the URLs, and able to delete Carlos. In the second one, we went through all the URLs, all the private IPs through the URL to see which one is the server, right, in the second one, and then delete Carlos from here. Now we are working towards circumventing common SSRF defenses. In this, we have SSRF with blacklist based inputs, and then SSRF with whitelist based inputs. Let's complete these two today, and rest will complete tomorrow along with some CTF. Okay. So, circumventing common SSRF defenses. It is common to see applications against SSRF behavior, containing SSRF behavior. It is common to see applications containing SSRF behavior together with defenses aimed at preventing malicious exploitation. Often these defenses can be circumvented. SSRF with blacklist based input filters. Some applications block input containing host names like this and localhost, or sensitive URLs like /admin. In this situation, I'm not racist. What? Oh. Okay, I'm going to focus on this. You guys keep doing the chat, okay? So, some applications block input containing host names. So, let's say if any of the requests you are sending and it contains these two, right? It will block them, right? And some might just block admin. In this situation, you can often circumvent the filter using the following techniques. Use an alternative IP representing the localhost or 127.0.1. So this is one, this is one, or this is one. All these represent localhost. Register your own domain name that solves this. You can use spoofed burp collaborator.net for this purpose. Obfuscate blocked strings using URL encoding or case variation. Provide a URL that you control which redirects to the target URL. Try using different redirect code as well as different protocols for target URL. For example, switching from HTTP to HTTPS URL using the redirect has been shown to bypass anti-SSRF filters. That's interesting. So like there are so many ways to represent the local host. That's one. Register your own domain that resolves to this. So if I can have, let's say for my domain hackers.org, in my DNS record it could solve to this. And we have like another tool with us. Obfuscate blocked string using URL encoding or case variation. So if you don't know, if you go in Burp Suite, right, and you have your, let's say 127 something, let's say localhost or something you mentioned, right, like HTTPS, this will convert to HTTPS with URL encoding %3 something like that. Yeah, for IPv6 it's like 0 0. This will work. Yup. So the IPv6 increased that. Yeah, it's crazy. So IPv6 increased so many ways. Percentage is space, I think. Yeah, there is something, right? Like I think if I go, I don't remember exactly the words are, so I can quickly go to burp and see. Percentage 20 safe, and then what is the 3-1? I think that's the URL. SSRF isn't hacking, it's just convincing a server to snitch on itself. Like, yeah, pretty much. That's a fun way to explain an SSRF. I like that. Yep, convince the code to snitch out itself. I like that. I like that way of you guys putting it. Yep. Okay, let's say if we have intercept on now. I just go here, right? Intercept is on. Nothing. Dark mode, okay. Why is not capturing anything? So let's say google.com should capture. Okay, it's capturing. Now we will have, let's say if I just send it to repeater and then whatever I have, right? Let's say if I have a web here, I put https google.com and then I go and do URL, convert URL encoded, right? So that quotes got converted to %3a. Okay, yeah. I was actually accidentally using Burp Suite, Firefox. Yeah. Sorry, man. Like I'm on 7 hours, 6 hours of sleep. I don't even know what is the right number at this point. Sorry. You will see these happening today in today's stream. Okay, so obfuscate using URL encoding or case variation. So for another one example here would be if localhost is blocked, what we can do, if localhost is blocked, we might do something like this to get around it, right? I am jealous, mate. I am jealous. True, that's true. Provide a URL that you control, redirect, which redirects to the target URL. So basically, let's say if I have hackerspub.org, in my DNS, right? In my DNS, I can have something like, say, in my DNS record, it can go to localhost, right? It resolves to localhost. The IP, I can just give the IP to 127.0.0.1, right? Stuff like that. There will be actually, if anybody wants to be in like open source development, this is like all the things you're learning here, you can put it in a library. That would be a really interesting thing. I would love to help develop a library like this, especially for like websites and stuff. Try using different redirect codes as well as different protocols for the target URL. For example, switching from a HTTP to HTTPS URL during the redirect has been shown to bypass some anti-SSRF filters. Yeah, send it. Yeah, send me, like, even if it is private, if you want. I will be creating a list. I think over the weekend I'm going to go and create a list of these things then. Because from my work, I was given the task at one point, like for there's a feature in which I have to put the if the user will put the URL, right, and analysis using some AI will be done for the agreement. So I have to like look into that more deep now. Okay, so SSRF with input filter. Let's take this, do this. Pretty much. Nice, bro. Sure, I'm down. I'm down. Dude, 100% I'm down. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for joining, Ranch. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to just add this to scope. Yeah, the guy, that's the number I was expecting. I knew that was coming. Okay. I'll go to all the history, just delete these. Yep. Thanks, man. Thank you, Wrench, for joining, mate. Okay, we have to check the stock, I believe, again. So the lab has a stock check feature, yes. To solve the lab, check the stock check URL to access the admin interface at this and delete the user Carlos. The developer has deployed 2 weak anti-SSRF defenses that you will need to bypass. So let me turn off the intercept for a second. So now I'll turn it on. So check stock, right? Send it to repeater. Here in this, we have our stock we like to shop.net and all the stuff, right? You guys are able to see the things, right? Or you want me to increase the font? Okay, thanks, boss. So I'm going to just go and see what happens with localhost admin if I send. External stock check has been blocked for security reasons. Okay. How about if I do 127.1? Same thing. What about if I do instead of admin, I will do IN. Okay, we got it. It was the admin that was being blocked. So if I'm not wrong, we have the admin panel and we have users and everything. So this is what we will send. I can just have capital A, I believe. Okay, that 302 not found. What I can do is in this proxy HTTPS or HTTP 127.1 admin Let's see what happens here. Nothing. Not solved yet. Okay, it worked. Awesome. So it worked, lads. Let me just send you what exactly was it. I'm getting way more comfortable with Burp Suite now. I like that. This was it, lads. That worked for me. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. So we have the blacklist in which they are saying, oh, these things are not allowed. Yeah, dude, Burp Suite is crazy good. I like it. 100%. So SSRF with whitelist based input filters. Some applications only allow inputs that match a whitelist of a permitted values. The filter may look for a match at the beginning of the input or contained within it. You may be able to bypass this filter by exploiting inconsistencies in the URL parsing. The URL specification contains a number of features that are likely to be overlooked when URLs implement an ad hoc parsing and validation using this method. You can embed credentials in a URL before the hostname using @ So we see expected host, right? Like let's say admin localhost, then fake user at evil host. You can use hash character to indicate a URL fragment. So evil host, expected host. Interesting. You can leverage the DNS naming hierarchy to place required input into a fully qualified DNS name that you control. For example, expected host.evil host. You can URL encode characters to confuse the URL parsing code. This is particularly useful if the code that implements the filter handles URL encoded characters differently than the code that performs the backend HTTP request. You can also try double encoding characters. So some servers recursively URL decode the input they receive, and which can lead to further discrepancies, and you can use combinations of these techniques together. Interesting. So because expected host first one is expected host.evil host. So let's say if I have my hackerspub.org and I have to go to, let's say, Microsoft, right, or Facebook, facebook.com.hackerspub.org, it will work because if they're just looking for Facebook in the start. Second they mention is evil host, expected host hash, right? This is another interesting. Let me close this. So this means my hacker's pub, right? And then Facebook. Interesting. Okay, expected host, fake password, evil host, and stuff. These are like really interesting methods. I never thought of like these while developing stuff. A new era of SSRF. Okay. Let's do this. Quick question. Do you guys anybody know like anywhere there are labs about like all these? Because I know in this one there will be just one method, right? This is interesting. And this is expert level, okay. This lab has a stock check feature which fetches data from the internal system. Solve this localhost admin and delete Carlos. Roger that. This one I want to understand how this would work. So expected host, facebook.com, fake user at this. I want to understand how this will ever work. Interesting. Okay. This is 04A, so I'll add this to scope. Delete all these ones. Anybody has any idea? No? Maybe? Turn on the intercept for this check host, right? Send it to repeater. Okie dokie. Maybe like I might look for these things later, and then hopefully I can provide some more data about it. So this is our stuff, right? Given like what we have, what they want us to do in terms of, we can't do this one right now. I don't think they are expecting us to have a domain. This one or this one. So let's start with like multiple URL encoding. Status, do you have experience in like hacking and stuff? You look like pretty smart in this case. Like, I mean, in the sense you look pretty knowledgeable about all these things. Okay, let's do double URL encoding. External host not allowed. Okay, let's see. Missing parameter stock API. Okay. No, but I have purchased a course on Udemy and I want to learn all for safety purposes, as you know what all things happen. Oh yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Maybe. What was the original one? Let's see. Original this guy. There are certain courses. Actually, status. Look into the course bot we have in Discord. You might find more courses and more information there. Stock we like to shop.net. This. Yep. Expected host dot evil host. So if I do dot local host external host should be like should be this. Okay, so we need to play with the URL somehow. Now maybe this admin at evil host. Okay. External host should be 100% this. So the URLs they have is resource, internal server error. Okay. Match input with list blah blah blah. So evil host indicate a URL fragment. Dog bite, what's up, brother? Wrapped my meeting in halftime. Nice, bro. Nice, nice, nice. Now you can help me solve this then. So percentage after localhost add. Nice, bro. I'm happy. You got everything done like the way you wanted? Okay. Status, I checked this one. Percentage 2, 3. Not parts yet. Okay, that's good. That's good. That is good. Maybe here, like this. If I want to URL and code this again. Okay, going back, right? Whitelist only allow inputs that match a whitelist of permitted values. Yo, Panda, what's up? What's up? What's up? To solve the lab, check the stock check URL and delete this. So with the whitelist thing, you can embed credentials in a URL before the host name using this. Tried that. Howdy, howdy, Panda. You can use the hash to indicate URL fragments and leverage DNS naming hierarchy. Maybe one thing I'm missing is can I go back to the very first version of it here? Uh, this is the very first version. So what I can do in HTTP 8080, and now I think maybe I can do. Do you want me to just directly put that? Okay. But like we need the stock.v like URL. That's the thing. So 127. If you send this, the stock one, the URL should be there. So what I'm thinking is remove this. I don't need this. I need admin. Then after this, I go something like or external stock check. So at the end, it should be. In the start, I can have whatever I want then. Okay. Okay. Dude, this one is taking way more longer than I expected. This is expert lab tool, so I think I was expecting wrong. So it wants stock we like host.net. This is what it wants for sure. I think that worked. Internal server error. Okay. Yeah, lads, that worked. That worked. So stock we like. Hash host admin. Okay. Do we get the URLs? No. Could not connect to the external one. So maybe. No. Yo, status. Yo, bro. The reason the first one just happened to we did evil host should be first. We did this one and then this. I did the opposite. Oh. How about this? It is annoying. It is indeed annoying. So let's say I want local host. The second one will work only if this is this case. Stock we like to shop.net localhost admin stock, right? This at the end won't do the job for me. What if I do is capital T? This should do. Okay. So with capital T, it's not able to recognize things. That's good to know. Okay. is looking for this exact match in the string. Is there a hint? No, no hints. At and this, okay. Okay, let's try your one. Wait. Let's try this. So this is what you're seeing, right? Localhost. Or how about the one you mentioned specifically? No, not this. Okay. What the Google mentioned is using hash and at. So if I have evil host this blah blah blah, fake password admin, expected host is this. So expected host (8080) fake password, let's say admin at localhost. I have to get to work. So let's say if we are not able to finish it in 5 minutes, I'll just do it at my own time, right? And we'll look at it tomorrow. May look at the match of the match at the beginning of the input or contained within it. You may be able to bypass this filter by exploiting inconsistencies in the URL parsing. Probably not. So this external stock check must be this. My brain cells are gone, boss. I don't know what to say. Anybody have any clue? You all are as lost as me. Yeah, GG's in the chat for sure. GG's in the chat. This is hard, like it is expert level, so I understand they made it hard. I need to find a way. But this is way too hard. That's what she said. Trust me, bro. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm same. Bros. Uh, I have to do redirection somehow. What is this does? Yo, unknown, what's up, bro? We are doing the PortSwigger challenge, man. Oh, like this. Okay. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just this thing. And you said percentage 25 and then 23. What was that one? Sorry, one sec. Okay, hash and this. Okay. Dude, I'm so done with this. Yeah, I think I have to like think of it at like later during the day. Unknown, help us, bro. We are on SSRF with whitelist based input filter. Yep, brain rot, brain got potato mash. Potato mash. Sabu, what's up, bro? Thanks for the follow, mate. Yes, sir. The Discord. Thank you. Thank you, Rover. Thank you. Thank you. Some servers use recursive, so you can do a combination. We did the combination. We did this. The lab link? Okay. Sure, I can do the lab link as well. Here you go, boss. But I'm basically skip expert. I want to do it. We are doing the expert one. Why skip the expert? I think like range, everyone keeps saying skip the expert. Why? Why skip the expert though? Is it that hard? I'm tempted to, I wish there was a hint here this time. They are that hard to just skip it? Okay. Interesting. Like it's worth a try. You just don't never know. Like I did the last expert one in the file inclusion, I was able to get it done. The file inclusion I was able to get it done. Okay, let's try this one. Localhost. Yeah. Okay, I'll just give this a try, and then if not, then I will leave it for now. Okay. 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 You know what? Yeah, I'll try to do it during my time. I'll give it another. Like right now, I will stop the. Excuse me. I will stop the stream right now. HTTP. Oh, I forgot HTTP. Thank you. HTTP localhost 80. I am I am tired. Let's do it this way. I was working late. I had like some things I wanted to get done. What if I just go for this here directly? No. Okay. So Google also didn't work for us. What if I just do copying the whole thing? That worked. That worked. That worked. Interesting. So basically, okay. For only practitioner one, then explain them to us. Then after completing all the practitioner, then okay. Practitioner, I'm able to do. Practitioner, I'm able to do, no issue. It's just this one. So this one is interesting. I'm down to like, so if experts are that hard, I'm down to do it on the weekend. Because that would be, yeah, I'm down to do the expert ones blindly on the weekend. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I think I will do that. So experts, just leave it for now. Weekend ones, they will turn into the weekend ones. Okay. And these are double encoded. Okay. That's what the thing was. But I think status, you got it right though. You got it right. You mentioned. It's just the port number was missing, but you got it right. Good job, man. There's something like 23 exposes direct H, but when it used this, it's like decoded and then second decodes. That's actually nice. I will keep that in mind. Okay, one sec. I'll message myself. Sorry, I have my own messages. I message myself so I remember things. Interesting. Some of the concepts in expert ones are little out of the context, making you do some learning. Gotcha. Gotcha. I see. These experts are like, yeah, if you do learning, it's not super hard. You just either have to try hard and just know something. Yeah. Okay. Right. Alrighty. Thank you so much, lads. Thank you so much for joining me, though. This was very helpful. This is amazing. To go through these things is nice. Thank you so much, man. Have a good night to you as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. Right, this was amazing. It was a pleasure to have you all. Thanks, Sabu, for the follow. Right, thanks everyone for joining the family. This was your favorite sniffer of backends. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much, man. So this was your favorite censored hacker signing off for some corporate slavery with a big. Thank you so much, lads. Have a good night or have a good day. Let's get some hacker movies. Enhance real hackers. Why the fuck is the JSON not invalid? That's true. That's true. Yep. Okay. Thank you so much, lads. Have a good one. Peace out.